When an emergency happens, every second counts, and being ready makes all the difference. Austin Emergency Management wants you to take 4 simple steps to stay safe. First, make a plan. Know where you'll go and how to find your loved ones. Second, build a kit with essentials. Third, know your neighbors. Community matters in a crisis. And fourth, stay informed with trusted alerts and updates. Preparedness doesn't have to be overwhelming. Visit getreadycentraltexas.org to learn more. Austinites know hard work, but you don't have to do it all yourself. TaskRabbit has been helping folks in the live music capital of the world for over a decade with everything from furniture assembly to minor home repairs. Don't let that to-do list ruin your weekend. Use the TaskRabbit app to describe what you need and find a skilled tasker in your neighborhood who can take it off your plate. Plus, pricing is transparent, so there are no surprises at checkout. Download the TaskRabbit app or visit TaskRabbit.com today to get those home to-dos crossed off. This city runs on coffee, but with hundreds of shops to choose from, picking the right one can feel really, really overwhelming. So today on CityCast Austin, I'm chatting with a local coffee educator to break down the can't-miss favorites, the overrated spots, and the hidden gems that are absolutely worth your time. And y'all stay tuned after the conversation for a little midweek mood boost. It's Wednesday, April 8th. I'm Nikki Devon, and this is what Austin's talking about. Hello, I am here with Miranda Haney, coffee educator and owner of Barista Friend, which is a mobile training service. Super, super cool. What's up, Miranda? Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me. I'm actually in my workshop space right now. So if you hear the roasting sounds in the background, that's why.
We're getting it straight from the source. So, okay. Now, there are hundreds of coffee shops in Austin.
True.
What's the one coffee shop you think you recommend most frequently?
Yeah, that's such a hard question. My students always ask me what's the best coffee shop in Austin, and I give a very diplomatic answer. But I have to. And also, there's something for everyone. So it really depends on what you want to order. If you're a coffee nerd, I would send you one place. And if you like, a fancy latte, I would send you somewhere else.
Okay, maybe a better question is, what's your neighborhood coffee shop that you go to most often? Yeah.
Sure. So there's 2. I live in Cherrywood.
Okay.
So if I feel like walking, I'll go to Fleet on Manor, which is like a trailer.
Right off top. You just mentioned my favorite coffee shop in the whole city. Yes. Cool. I go to the one on Weberville. It's my favorite.
Great. Okay. Yeah. The baristas are so sweet. They really know what they're doing.
Yeah.
I love going there. I always see someone I know. And then the other one, if I am driving, I'll go to Figure 8 on Airport.
Okay, this is what happens. So there's a Figure 8 on Chacon. Mm-hmm. So if I don't go to Fleet because I've gotten up too late or whatever, I go to Figure 8.
Oh, you have good taste.
But listen, it's the East Side coffee.
That's right.
So according to Wallet Hub, Austin is one of the best cities in the country for coffee, based on criteria like costs, the number of coffee shops and manufacturers, Google searches, and coffee-centric events. What do you think makes Austin's coffee scene different from other cities?
I think when I talk to my friends who live in LA and New York and Chicago, what really differentiates Austin is the community and how willing people are to support each other. There is some competitiveness, of course, because it's a competitive industry, but I think for the most part, it's a really friendly community for newcomers, and everybody truly wants to see everyone else succeed. And then on the flip side of that, like for the customers, there's so many remote workers in Austin. So coffee shop just becomes part of the framework of like living here, is that becomes your office and et cetera.
Yeah, it's so funny. I'm a decaf person, but I love a warm drink in the morning. That is my jam. It's a ritual for me. So I don't go for coffee for the pickup or for the like extra energy because I don't get any of that.
You just go for the flavor.
I'm just a straight flavor for me. Flavor for me.
Well, that makes sense. The places you mentioned, they both have separate decaf grinders. A lot of places don't do that. So
really?
Yeah.
See?
Yeah. So
I
that,
did not know that. I did not know
mhm.
that. That's amazing. And like, so because I'm not so plugged in, I just did not realize that Austin had the kind of coffee.
Mhm.
I just didn't know we had the chops. I'll be honest. I didn't know that we were like out there like that for coffee. So for those people in the city that are serious coffee drinkers or coffee snobs, and I say that
Mhm.
with love, my partner is a coffee snob. For the people in town that know what they're talking about, they know what they want. What are a few recommendations for those people?
Sure. I always send just for the experience and also because they are definitely buying the most expensive green coffee, which is coffee before it's roasted. So the quality of their
Oh,
coffee is they have the average ones, but they also have really stellar single origin and really expensive lots. That's Proud Mary. So Proud Mary, yeah, Proud Mary
oh,
on South Lamar. They started in Australia and they came to Austin, I want to say in 2023 or 2022, but they are definitely buying some of the quote unquote nicest coffees. And I say that in quotes because what you like is the best
it's
for
what you
you.
like. Yeah.
But you can buy a $60 cup of coffee at Proud Mary. So
Holy
yeah,
shit.
if that's interesting to you, it's an
Wait a
experience.
minute. You gotta explain to me why why a cup of coffee is
Sure.
gonna cost $60. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So I think, coffee grows in developing countries largely. So it
Right.
has to grow near the equator. And coffee is a very high risk crop. And it also is very expensive to cultivate. However, because it grows
Okay.
in developing countries, a lot of times there's this notion that it should be cheap. So, I mean, I think it's a combination of like cultural factors, but also the quality of the coffee and all the things that went into making that coffee incredible. Uh, they
Mm.
all, go into the price of the coffee. $60 is excessive for sure, but you can be sure that that coffee was like highly, um, just a lot of attention to detail was being taken at all the steps
Right.
of the supply chain, right? And a lot of times in my classes, I compare that kind of coffee to really nice wine, right? Where
Right.
people don't
Okay.
really bat an eye at, $60 maybe, but
True.
$14, $15 for a glass of wine, no
Yeah.
problem. Hmm.
So when you say risky,
Yeah.
do you mean like it's just really hard to do?
Sure. I mean, the plant itself is very susceptible to disease and also drought and climate change.
Okay.
And then also as an industry, like as a market, coffee is a buyer driven market. So basically the buyer determines the price largely of the coffee rather than the
Okay.
seller determining the price. And it's
Okay.
traded on the stock market like gas or gold. So the price is shifting every day. So it's very volatile. Yeah.
Listen, I did not know it was like this. This is amazing.
This is behind the curtain. Yeah.
This is. So, okay. So here's the thing. When I think of signature drink, I think of like Desnudo that's
Yes,
got all
for
of
sure.
these, like,
Hmm.
I call it diabetes in a cup. It just feels very sugary and like
Okay.
there are all these really interesting things that they, do with their coffee that people love that seem really interesting.
Hmm.
And to me, that seems like a signature drink, but give me a couple of good places for the casual coffee drinker who
Yeah.
maybe likes like a signature drink.
Yeah, sure. People who are making their own syrups. I mean, Fleet makes their own vanilla.
Yeah.
There's a place called Sightseer Coffee on South First that makes their own vanilla syrup. And
Ooh.
they also source all of their coffee from female producers. So their whole supply chain is female, which is pretty cool.
What?
Yeah. Hmm.
Sightseer?
Yeah, Sightseer. Yeah.
Love it.
Yep.
Love it.
I think for really fancy signature drinks, there's a place that just opened. It's called Lau Lau, Lau. It's kind of conspicuous location. It's next to the Domino's on Guad.
Oh.
But it's like Chinese American owner, and
Ooh,
the
yeah.
entire menu is influenced by Chinese flavors, and they do a really good job. It's not too sweet. It's very balanced. I think
That
they're
sounds
doing great work.
delicious. That sounds
Yep.
delicious. Lao Lao.
Yes, Lau Lau. Yeah.
Oh, I like
Mhm.
that. I like it. So you mentioned this earlier, and I am definitely a coffee shop work person. If I have an opportunity to get out of my house because I work from home,
Mhm.
I love to work at a coffee shop. But right now we have like a lot of trailers
Yeah.
and spaces that don't really have tables and chairs. And so, kind of a grab and go situation. But I know what I think my favorite place is
Okay.
to work is, but I'm a creature of habit. So like, do you
Mhm.
have any any of your favorites, like 3 or 4 of your favorite places, coffee shops to work in the city?
Sure. I'm trying not to guess what yours is because I want to. Okay. Palomino on Airport. It's
Ooh,
so
yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah.
It's just like a great vibe in there. The music is not too loud. There's a lot of tables, but it does get crowded. These places fill up. They fill up.
They really do.
Yeah. So one that maybe some people don't know as much about, it's downtown. It's on 6th Street. It's called Gramor, Gramor. And it's like inside this really old building. It's Irish inspired because it's next to the Dead Rabbit, which is like an Irish. Yeah. But I think there will be a lot of seats in there and the coffee's pretty good.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay.
And then the other one on my list is Epoch North Loop because it's open 24 hours. So
classic.
Love to work there. Yeah. And it's so classic. It just feels like you're going to write your screenplay in there.
It does. Oh my God.
Yes.
Okay. I feel the same way about Flight Path.
Oh yeah.
It's like, I feel like, okay, I'm creating something special. I'm going in here and I'm going to come out with the next best.
Exactly. That's the energy. Yeah.
That's such a vibe. You're right. You're right. So I've gotten kind of attached to Stargazer. And the reason I love Stargazer is because once I'm done working, I can then have a cocktail. So that's right. I feel like I get a twofer. But I also really like Revolution.
Oh, yeah. That's great.
Yeah.
And their food is pretty good, too.
And their food is pretty good, too. And so I'm always thinking about kind of like if I'm going and I want to sit and just kind of stay and really get some work done and not have to worry about, okay, I got to go try to find something to eat or whatever. Yeah. If I want coffee and food, what are your recommendations for that?
Oh, yeah. Okay, so Proud Mary also has food. However, you do have a server. So it's not like the kind of place where you can camp out for a couple hours. Yeah. But the food is very good. The other place is Mercado Sin Nombre, which also has, really good signature drinks.
I still have to get there. I have not gotten there yet.
Plan to eat at Mercado Sin Nombre. The food is so good. The coffee is good too. It's all Mexican coffee, which is really cool.
Yes.
And they do really interesting signature drinks as well. But the food is great. And then 2 more quick ones for food. Rockman Bakery. And it's a bakery on Cesar Chavez. And I'm saying this specifically because of one barista who works there named Fran, who is a very, very good barista.
Oh, so come on, Fran. Oh my God, I love this.
So if you want a good coffee, go to Fran. And then also the guy that is in charge of the coffee program at Comadre, his name is Gabe, and he is also a very, very good barista.
Oh, so okay.
Get a coffee when you go to Comadre as well.
Oh my gosh, this is great. Hey y'all, it's Nikki. It's the time of year when heading to the beach feels like a must. Port Aransas has 18 miles of shoreline to cast your line, kayak with the kids, cruise the coast in a golf cart, or see some incredible sand art. Texas Sand Fest returns with jaw-dropping beach sculptures and 3 days of fun in the sand. This April 17th through 19th, head down to a unique beach town marked with salty vibes and sun-soaked memories. Port Aransas is a place where family traditions unfold naturally, and beauty lies both in island views and the unhurried moments between adventures. It's the perfect spot to watch sand sculptors transform island sand into towering works of art. Let the kids get creative with free sand sculpting lessons. Soak up the island life with local eats, souvenirs, and live music right on the beach. Don't miss the largest beach sand sculpture competition in the U.S. Grab your tickets now at texassandfest.org. Hey y'all, it's Nikki. We all know that the Downtown Austin Alliance is a steward and champion for the heart of our city. And it is time for their annual event that brings the best parts of Austin to the iconic Paramount Theater to celebrate with our community partners, stakeholders, members, and future leaders. Future of Downtown 2026 tickets are on sale now. This high-energy event gives us all a chance to connect, reflect, and look ahead together. And the keynote speaker is Tavel Bristol-Joseph of Emmer and Rye Hospitality, who was not only just nominated for a James Beard Award for pastry chef, but has Michelin star restaurants in his portfolio. And to make sure to keep you updated, they'll release the 2026 State of Downtown Report at the event, which is a market snapshot illustrating downtown's central role as Austin's economic, governmental, and cultural center. The time is now to invest and grow in downtown Austin. So visit downtownaustin.com to get your ticket today. Spring is here, so it's a great time to open your windows. But maybe you've noticed they don't open as easily as they used to. Or maybe they leak, are broken, or just need repainting again. Well, Window Nation has you covered, and they can help you get new, energy-efficient windows at a great price. They've installed over 3 million windows across the country, have an A-plus rating from the Better Business Bureau. They were recently ranked highest on Forbes' list of best window installation companies, and they come with a lifetime warranty, so you can relax knowing your home is protected far into the future. And great news, Window Nation's The More You Buy, The More You Save sale is going on right now. You could save up to 50% off all the windows for your home, and you can get them with 0% interest financing for 5 years. But you have to hurry because the sale ends soon. Don't wait to put an end to your window problems. Schedule a fast, free consultation now at windownation.com. Sometimes, when we're tightening our belts, right? You're like, you know what? I can make coffee at home. And I have found out that I cannot, and that's okay. That's all right. It's good to know your strengths. So this question is twofold. One, for someone that can, where is the best place to buy fresh coffee beans for people who just want to make their coffee at home?
The best place you can buy your coffee beans is definitely directly from the roaster. So there's some coffee shops that roast their own beans, and then other coffee shops that sell other people's beans. Any good bag of coffee is going to have a roast date on it. So you just want to be sure that roast date is within a month of today's date.
Okay.
If you can't make it to a roaster or a cafe that sells beans, I actually like to go to, and this is very specific, Tiny Grocer, but in Hyde Park.
Oh, specific. Okay.
Specifically because the one in Hyde Park, they do a really good job of rotating their stock, and they have Desnudo, and they have Super Thing, which is also a really good roaster here in town. Okay. They have Mercado Sin Nombre last time I was there, and they also have Onyx, which is a coffee roaster out of Arkansas that's kind of like internet famous, but also real life famous. But yeah.
That's awesome. My second part to this is I find that I know the people at Fleet make coffee the way I like it. You know what I mean? Like that's just it. And I know that I'm a little bit of a baby about it. But I think it speaks to how hard being a barista is. I think it speaks to the fact that it's just an art. Like, I feel like I can tell, even as someone that is not like a hardcore coffee drinker, I feel like I can tell when someone knows what they're doing. I feel like I can tell the difference, right? And so I just want to talk a little bit about the process of becoming a barista and what the market is like in Austin. Because it feels like if we have hundreds of places where you can go and get coffee, it feels like this is like a never ending need for baristas in our city. And that's just not like, it's not going to stop, and everybody's attractive. It's a lot. So just like what goes into being a barista?
Sure. So, I mean, it's really important to remember that it's a customer service job. So if you're not interested in talking to people, you probably should not be a barista. It's a very social job. It sounds crazy, but it's really true. I think a lot of people go into it because they just want to play on the machine, and then they realize, like, wait, I have to talk to people. It's like, yeah, that's the whole job. It's very fast paced. Well, it can be. It depends where you work. So some places are obviously slower than others, but if you're working at Desnudo on a Saturday morning, I mean, that 6-hour shift is going to feel like 6 minutes.
Oh my God, that line is crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
Crazy.
So I think having a good team behind you is going to make your life a lot easier. So ideally, you're not just the only person there, but you have a team of people working together. I used to work at a place called Greater Goods Coffee, which was on the east side, and then they sold that cafe, and now it's the Pershing East. But when I worked there, being a barista could look like just serving customers all day, being on the register. It could look like making espressos. So you're on the machine, just shot after shot. And
Ugh.
that is just a game of consistency. It's just like, can you do this same repetitive motion over and over again?
Oh my God.
Yeah. And then the princess shift is what we call it. That's the person that's at the end of the bar pouring the latte art. that's a fun place to be. Yeah, because then you're just steaming the milk and pouring latte art and passing it out to the customers. So
that's my shift. That's what I want. I want to be the princess. I want to be the princess. That's what I want.
Show off your latte art and send it out. But
like, look what I made for you. Look at that. You're welcome.
Yep. Exactly.
So you essentially train baristas, and so you teach coffee classes. How long does it take to become a barista?
Oh, that's a good question. So people approach it in all different ways, which is kind of how Barista Friend was born. Was like, I was realizing, okay, some places have a trainer on staff who can teach people and works a couple shifts and is there to be a mentor, but a lot of places don't. Like, they can't afford it, or they just don't have the position available.
Yeah.
So I think how long it takes to be a competent barista, I could probably get you ready to work a shift in like maybe 2 days, 1 to 2 days. I mean,
wow.
I teach a 4-hour class, and that's like kind of my crash course, right? Of you don't know anything, let me show you the basics.
Yeah.
But I don't always think that people walk out of that class being like experts, right? They just have the basic tool belt, and where you get good is just by practicing. So, I mean,
listen,
I've been doing this for 11 years, and sometimes I know, sometimes I feel like it's my first day. It's just like, it's always different, and every machine is different. Every cafe's vibe is different. So when you work at different places, you really get a feel for like, okay, some things are really different, but some things remain the same, which is like, can you make a quality drink consistently and efficiently and have a good time while you're doing it and keep this place clean? That's pretty much it.
Man, okay, listen, shout out to Matthew, Morgan, and Sarah at Fleet, because y'all are killing it. Yeah. You're killing it over there.
For sure.
Oh my God. It feels like, I mean, and you're right, like, it is a customer service job, and and I think I forget about that. I forget. Mm-hmm. And people are all grumpy when they haven't had their coffee in the morning. It's a lot. It's a lot.
It can be.
Yeah. So, okay. Now, I know that you can't talk shit, but do you?
I can't. It's a basic human thing about me.
I can already tell, which I love. I love that. So what coffee shop in town do you feel like is like, okay, this is a choice. I don't know if it fits the Austin vibe. We'll see how it goes. You know what I mean? Like, because I think some places, I think there are definitely a couple of coffee shops I've been to that I've been like, okay, all right, this is okay. This is a choice. We're going to see how this goes. You know what I mean? Like, do you have any of those that are just like, I'm interested to see where they're going to go and how this is going to play out?
Yeah. Okay. There's one place that's really coming to mind. And the obvious answer is like, Starbucks, Dutch Bros. Yes. There's so many good places in Austin. You don't need to be going there. Like, just get out of that habit. There's plenty of good places. Yeah. But the place, and I haven't been there, so I haven't been inside, but I drive past this place every day on my way to the workshop. And it's downtown. It just opened. And it's on the corner of Quad and 6th. And it's called Black Sheep Coffee.
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen this?
That. I've seen this.
Okay. And I could be wrong. I could totally be wrong. But the first time I found out about this place was through LinkedIn. Okay. Caution. I was on LinkedIn. And someone who works for them is one of those like viral LinkedIn, like they're posting basically AI generated, like motivational content. I know. It's
no.
Yes.
No.
Yes. And then and it just makes it worse because you drive by and you're seeing this line of people ordering from a kiosk, like a giant iPad.
Are you serious?
Yeah. And I just don't think that's the vibe. I don't think that's
not the vibe. I don't
No.
think that's the vibe in Austin. And I know exactly what you're talking about because you pass by it and it says in the biggest letters I've ever seen, Black Sheep. Like it's,
Yeah. And I think it started in
Yeah.
the UK actually. Like I don't think that this is definitely not their first location. So they're doing
Right,
a kind
okay.
of like, you know, they're doing the Starbucks thing, and that's a
honey.
way to make money, but I don't think it's a way to give coffee the credit it deserves, I guess.
I gotta say, I agree with you. I think the Austinites, we like to chit chat. We like we like the back and forth. We like the face to face. We do. We can't help it, despite ourselves.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a little off centered, but I want to talk a little bit about like frozen Irish coffees.
Okay.
Do you? I'm sorry.
Wait, this is good. This is good. I actually have a couple of places that you can go to. The frozen drink. I don't know if they have Irish coffee specifically. I'm going to say that point blank, but I'm sure that place Grimoire at least has something like that because they're an Irish place.
Yeah, I've been seeing Carajillo frozen. I've been seeing all of these frozen coffee drinks.
Yes. Okay. Queen of the frozen drinks is Cosmic. Cosmic does such a good job with the frozen.
Really?
Yes, I've had great frozen drinks from there. And then the other one, this is kind of a sleeper hit though, is Little Brother on South Congress. It's
What's
inside
Little
of
Brother?
It is inside of a hat store.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
It's in there. They have just 2 flavors of frozens, but they always have a coffee and a non-coffee, like frozen drink. And they do a good job. I think the thing with the frozens is a lot of times the machines are broken for whatever reason, right? This is why we don't have Baja Blast because it's always broken. but Little Brother and Cosmic frozens are working and they're delicious. Yep.
See, I'm so glad I asked you. I am on a frozen coffee journey right now. I don't know what's happening in my life. For someone that cannot have caffeine, I will always risk it for frozen coffee.
Love it. And it's so much about the texture. Like we could have a whole nother conversation about ice drinks.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Respect.
Oh my God. This has been great. Miranda, thank you so much for talking about
pleasure.
Austin coffee with me. This is awesome.
Yeah, there's so many that I didn't get to shout out. So
do you want a quick fire?
A quick fire? Okay. Yeah. Because I wrote a list. And these are just
quick fire.
I'm going to go really fast. Clergy just opened KLERJE, and it does, it's multi-roaster. So if you want to try coffee from all around the world and from different roasters, you can go to Clergy. The best latte artist in Austin works at Flora Coffee.
Oh, wait, really?
Yes. Odd Roots is a place in Southeast Austin. It's a trailer, but they're crushing it for signature drinks and matcha. There's a handful of coffee shops that are owned by people who are from producing countries or have relationships with a producing country. So I just wanted to shout those out. We have Talisman, Comunidad, and Desnudo. Of course, also Mercado Sin Nombre. And then just places that I love, Terrible Love, Flitch, Idlewild. And I always have to give respect to Texas coffee traders because without them, we wouldn't have the Austin coffee scene, period. So that's my quick fire.
Yes. Yes. I love this. Thank you so much. All right, y'all, it's time for your midweek mood boost. April 9th, that's tomorrow, is Art in the Park, a free community arts festival at the Fiesta Gardens Pavilion. Disability nonprofit Art Spark Texas and the Macbeth Recreation Center are inviting people of all ages and abilities to attend, try a new skill, and watch performances. Art is for everyone, and this event goes a step further by emphasizing the way art can connect people. Attendees will get all kinds of stuff. They're going to visit booths by local art organizations and other volunteers. They're going to make crafts that they can bring home or learn what those organizers are working on in the community. Activities include a serpent puppet performance by Glass Half Full Theater, live wheelchair painting with Tread Lightly Art, a sensory retreat by Unboard Room, screen printed art in the park tees, those are $10, by Raw Paw, and guest interviews by Co-op Radio. So tomorrow, Art in the Park, don't miss it, y'all. That's all for today here on CityCast Austin. You can find links to Miranda's website in our show notes. If you enjoyed the show, why not tell a friend you want to go have a cup of coffee with? Rate our show, leave us a review, and of course, subscribe to our CityCast Austin newsletter. And if you really love CityCast Austin and maybe you want to go and have coffee with us or go to a cute little membership event, Become our neighbor. Go to membership.citycast.fm today and find out how you can get all the perks that comes with being a CityCast Austin neighbor. We'll be back tomorrow morning with more news from around the city. Bye, y'all.